Gimme Mahjong is a quick and easy Mahjong game for kids ages 5 and up. All you need to play is a set of Mahjong tiles and 2 to 4 friends. Use 4 copies of each tile numbered 1 to 9 in 3 suits plus 8 jokers. The suits are dots, cracks, and bams. If your Mahjong set doesn't have joker tiles, you can use the win tiles that are likely in your set. You probably have other tiles in your set too, but you don't need them to play Gimme Mahjong. The object of the game is to be the first player to collect all your tiles into sets of 2, 3, or 4 matching tiles of the same suit and same number. Jokers can take the place of any tile in a set. A set of 2 tiles is called a pair, a set of 3 tiles is called a triple, and a set of 4 tiles is called a quadruple. Setting up the game is easy. First, put all of the tiles face down in the middle of the table. Next, all players mix around the tiles so they're shuffled. Then each player randomly takes 13 tiles. Players stand their tiles up in a row in front of them for their hand. Pick the first player and you're ready to play. On the first turn, the first player picks up a random face-down tile from the table and puts it in their hand. Then the player chooses a tile from their hand that they don't want. It could even be the tile they just picked up, and they drop it face up on the table, saying the name of that tile out loud. After a player drops a tile, any other player can take that tile if they have jokers or tiles in their hand that match the dropped tile in order to make a gimme set, which can be a pair set, triple set, or quadruple set. Here's how. First, say gimme and take that tile. Next, put that tile along with the matching tiles or jokers from your hand face up next to your hand to make that gimme set. Then drop a tile from your hand to end the turn. There are some rules about when you can call gimme. You can't call gimme when someone drops a joker. Once you make a gimme set, you can't add or take away any tiles from that set for the rest of the round. If more than one player calls gimme on the same tile, then the player closest to the right of the player who drops it gets the tile. On your turn, after you take a tile, you can do a joker steal. If someone has a gimme set with a joker in it, you can steal that joker if you have the tile that the joker is replacing. Take the tile from your hand and swap it with that joker so you can steal that joker for your hand. If no player calls gimme on a drop tile, then the next player to the right takes a turn following these steps. First, take a random face-down tile. Second, joker steal if you want. And third, drop a tile. On your turn, after you pick up a tile or take a gimme tile, if all of your tiles are matched up in sets, you have Mahjong. If this happens, say Mahjong and flip all of your tiles up for everyone to see. When someone makes a Mahjong hand, they stop playing, but the other players keep going until all the face-down tiles run out or there's only one player left without a Mahjong hand. To start the next round, repeat the setup steps. The player to the right of the first player becomes the new first player for this next round. If you want to keep score, each player who gets a Mahjong hand gets 1 point. You can also award bonus points for achieving any of these goals. 1 point for being the first to get Mahjong in the round, 1 point if you use only 1 suit, 1 point if you use no jokers, 1 point if you use only even numbers or only odd numbers. Here's how you would score an example Mahjong hand. This hand scores 1 point for Mahjong, 1 point for being the first player to get Mahjong, 1 point for only using the dots suit, 1 point for not using jokers, and 1 point for only using even numbers, for a total of 5 points. Once you master the basic rules, add these 2 rules for pair sets to make it more challenging. These pair rules are found in almost all Mahjong styles. Rule number 1, you can't use a joker in a pair set. And rule number 2, you can't call gimme for a pair set unless it is the last tile you need for Mahjong. And that's it. Gimme Mahjong is super quick to learn and lots of fun for kids and adults. Check out the links in the description below for a downloadable PDF of the rules. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about playing Gimme Mahjong.